I can see the product development meeting now. No one's buying AMD laptops because they're slow. But everyone likes AMD Ryzen desktops with lots of processing cores. Today's video is brought to you by Corsair. Their Void Pro gaming headsets feature microfiber mesh fabric and memory foam ear cups, as well as custom-tuned 50mm neodymium drivers. Check them out through the links below. With its black back panel and red accent lighting, the Asus GL702ZC looks mean, but not in an over-the-top gamery way. And opening it up immediately reveals the stars of the show. A Ryzen 7 CPU and Radeon graphics processor that make this the first all AMD gaming notebook that we've seen in many years, or now that I think of it, ever? And it's no slouch. The Ryzen 7 1700 8-core 16-thread processor boosts to up to 3.7 GHz. The RX 580 is a very competent GPU for 1080p gaming. The 16 gigs of RAM out of the box, and the ample I/O that comes with the territory of a large and in charge 17-inch machine like this one make the GL702ZC on paper one of the most compelling gaming/workstation PCs that we've ever seen. But I'm sure what everyone is wondering right now is, can they keep all of that cool? And the answer is, hell yeah! For a while. At 3.2 GHz under synthetic load, the temps, well, they just kept on rising. At 5 minutes, we hit 80 degrees Celsius. After 10, we were above 90, and then after 20 minutes, it seemed to level off, but at 95 degrees, and while still remaining super quiet for some reason. Maybe Asus needs to do some fan curve tuning here. Once my CPU is over 90 degrees, I don't care if it sounds like a typhoon. It needs some TLC, tender love and cooling. And remember, our testing was done in a climate-controlled room. All of that being said, we were impressed to see any laptop maintain 3.2 GHz on 8 cores. So, to find out how this kind of grunt compares to a more traditional Intel 4-core laptop, we put it up against the Asus G503VM, a similarly priced 15-incher that packs an Intel Core i7-7700HQ and an NVIDIA GTX 1060. Firing up CINEBENCH, wow. Oh wow, it's just, wow, that's some savage destruction of, not just our comparison laptop, all laptops, by a lot. Even beasts like Asus's $6,000 water-cooled GX800 and the Acer Predator 21X are no match for the multi-threaded prowess of the GL702ZC. And the theme continues in other CPU-focused tests like 7-Zip and Blender. It's not all amazing though. In rendering tasks that can take advantage of the GPU, the gap narrows somewhat, with the GL702ZC still taking a convincing lead though. And then, when we move from compute to graphics, the RX 580 just can't quite keep up with the GTX 1060, no matter how hard it tries. Which, judging by the sound of the fans while gaming, was pretty hard. In 3D Mark, it loses out by a bit to the 1060, and then in actual games, the GL702ZC consistently loses, although not by much, to its smaller green and blue brother. Not that those couple of frames will probably be noticeable in actual gameplay. But there's more to life than FPS anyway. If you run out and buy a GL702ZC today, that's our AMD version here, it's both heavier and thicker than the Intel NVIDIA version, and honestly, the 702 didn't light any exciting fires for us at this price in general. The keyboard is not amazing. It does have a numpad if you're into that, and after typing for a bit, getting up to speed accurately won't be a big challenge, but it's a bit mushy feeling, and pretty much the same can be said for the trackpad. It's serviceable, but uninteresting. And the same goes for the screen. It is IPS, so viewing angles, brightness, and colors were all suitably adequate, And FreeSync is a boon for improved gaming smoothness at low frame rates, but 60 Hz screens are better suited for laptops that don't have to go up against 120 Hz models at a similar price. In esports titles, this amounts to a big difference in the gaming experience. Moving on to the webcam, it's not bad by laptop standards, but it's unexceptional, especially in low light. And you might want the light low, since you'll be doing everything you can to conserve the battery. Like, there's bad, and then there's 1 hour and 22 minutes until all the electrons have escaped bad. To be clear, the performance while it's doing it is good, but this still puts the 702ZC on the worst battery life we've ever seen in PCMark's test podium. Okay, so that last bit was a bit of a downer. There's just more good stuff though. Opening up the GL702ZC, you are greeted with surprising upgradability. There's an empty RAM slot, non-soldered solid-state storage, and a 2.5-inch bay, and a mother-freaking full-sized desktop AM4 socket. Now, we can't guarantee that Asus will provide BIOS updates, but AMD has confirmed AM4 support until 2020, so it's possible, pretty unlikely, but possible that you could have top-tier AMD CPU performance for years to come. With all that being said, we're not that into buying this thing as a gaming laptop. It's competent at gaming, but if that's what you plan on doing, there are better options right now. With that said, we see the GL702ZC with its unprecedented multi-threaded performance as more of a powerhouse on a budget mobile workstation that can also game on the side. And in time, we're really excited to see what other Ryzen 7 designs make their way to the market. I mean, maybe with a more powerful NVIDIA GPU or mobile Vega, nudge nudge AMD, we could see the ultimate streaming laptop. Only time will tell. Speaking of time, if you find yourself running your small business or your freelance operation and just not having enough of it, FreshBooks can be the solution you're looking for. It's a cloud-based accounting software that allows you to be more productive, more organized, and to get paid faster. You can create and send professional-looking invoices in less than 30 seconds. You can set up online payments with just a couple of clicks and get paid up to 4 days faster. You can see when your client has seen your invoice to put an end to the guessing games, and you can take great features like their hours tracking and expense tracking with you on the go with their Android and iOS apps. So for an unrestricted 30-day free trial, go to freshbooks.com/techtips. We're gonna have that linked below, and enter Linus Tech Tips in the How Did You Hear About Us section. So thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, you can hit that button, but if you liked it, hit like, get subscribed, maybe consider checking out where to buy the stuff we featured at the link in the video description. And while you're down there, you can check out our merch store, which has cool shirts like this one, as well as our community forum.